Hi guys, Wayne here for the Let's Play Cat Gaming channel, and today it is here at long last. Title Update 3 for State of Decay is here, and as promised, I am delivering to you guys, my loyal, loving subscribers, the first episode, first of many, for my State of Decay Title Update 3 walkthrough. So, let's get started right now. Yes, I do not care if I lose progress, my game was bugged anyway, so let's go. We're going to get this show on the road. We're going to start from the prologue, as per usual, simply because, well, I want everything to flow together. I could get to the point where my game bugged in the last walkthrough attempt. However, I'm perfectly happy. I haven't played State of Decay for about a week. Perfectly happy to start over from the very beginning. So, let's get started, guys. I'm going to teach you guys, if you're new to the game or whether you're a veteran player, I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know to survive in this game. Starting with the prologue. So when we start, we join Ed Jones and Marcus Campbell. We're controlling Marcus Campbell. And first things first, guys, a useful tip. You want to use the left bumper and the Y button to do special critical execution attacks. And I'll tell you for why in just one moment. Let's deal with these sons of bitches first. And then we shall decide what... I shall tell you guys exactly why we're doing the left bumper and Y attacks. That is why. You get more fighting XP if you use the left bumper and Y attacks. And if you press up on the D-pad, guys, and then press the right bumper, you can go over to skills. You will see that Marcus Campbell is already level 2 fighting, but he's also nearly level 2 powerhouse. The powerhouse ability enables your killing blow chance to become higher. The higher your killing blow chance, the more chance you stand of killing an enemy in one single attack. Right, one more prologue tip, guys. You cannot die in the prologue, so you can be as reckless as possible. Here it will tell you to be stealthy. However, you do not want to be stealthy. You want to run in and fight and kill everything. Because if you gain a number of levels before you even get to the first main area of the game, you're going to have a huge advantage when it comes to foraging for items and supplies and new weapons. And also meeting new survivors as well. Basically, be as reckless, be as loud, and be as violent as possible in the prologue, and you will not regret it, guys, when you come to the main game. Once again, you cannot die, so use this little tidbit of information to your advantage. So here we have the Ranger Station. Now this is the first potential home site in the game. However, I'm uncertain as to whether you can actually move back here later on in the game. You can move house, you can move it to a number of places. So let's see this nifty bit of dialogue here.
Tell me what the hell is going on?
What's going on is there's more of them up here than I expected. We need to sweep the rest of the cabins for survivors. But I've got injured people here I have to tend to.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
We will? I appreciate it. There's a water tower out back that has a good view of the campgrounds. Might be worth your while to climb up there and have a look around first. We've got some supplies in the locker over there. Take what you need, and stay safe out there.
Don't mind if I do, Thomas Ritter. So for you veteran players, Thomas Ritter is actually Lily Ritter's father. So we're going to head into the supply locker, take out this 2x4 bracket and equip it. We're then going to deposit this, because it's going to break anyway, and it's crap. So we're going to take out the pills. And now we've been instructed to search the campgrounds for survivors and climb the water tower in order to find out what's happening. So,
A little busy for that.
if you press up on the D-pad now, you can see we've got a number of other survivors. Marcus Campbell, who is our powerhouse, which means he's going to be uber powerful, hopefully by the end of the prologue. We've got Ed Jones, who's nimble. That means he can clearly become a very stealthy, sneaky character in the near future. We've got Thomas Ritter, Lily Ritter's father, who you will see later on in the game. Wendell Higgins and Sheila Brookstone. Do not get too attached to those guys. This is, again guys, this is just the prologue. So let's climb the water tower, and I will teach you guys about the water tower area. If you hold the left trigger, you can survey. Now when you get to the main game, you can gain influence and friendship points and all that sort of stuff just by doing these water tower missions. They do occasionally pop up as missions as well, and they're well worth completing because they allow you to scout the area, find hordes of zombies to kill, even find infestations, new vehicles, and new areas for you to explore.
There's a building we want to check out.
So it's a useful tidbit of information for you guys that I would definitely take in whenever you find a water tower. Use it to your advantage. So we've got some campgrounds here. These campsites, guys, are well worth exploring as soon as you find them in the prologue or in the main game. Simply because if you do search the campsites, you are more likely to find large backpacks. Now, as you can see, we've only got a small rucksack equipped, whereas if we have a large one, we can carry more things. So here we have a zombie in the distance. We're not going to be stealthy because there's no point. So we're just going to run up and beat the shit out of it. Left bumper and Y, knees to the faces. That's what you want to do. So we've got our first campsite here. Now a brief lesson about foraging for supplies.
Quiet here.
You can hold the Y button to search. You can hold the left bumper to speed up the search, but you will occasionally make a loud noise. If you make a loud noise, you attract zombies to the area. In the prologue, this can be used to your advantage. Obviously, because you cannot die, so why the hell not? Make as much noise as possible, attract as many zombies as possible, kill as many zombies as possible. You will not regret it in the prologue. You may regret it in the main game. So, snacks are used to restore your stamina. If you press right and left on the D-pad, you can switch out to whatever item you want that's in your inventory. We have snacks and pills. Pills heal your health, and snacks recover your stamina. So yes, we've made a noise, a loud noise.
So much for doing
We've just found some firecrackers. Firecrackers are a distraction item that we will use at some point. So we're going to take that large backpack. We're going to equip that now that we've found it, which is great. So we're going to take the firecrackers as well. Why not? Got zombies coming in the distance here. Let's fight them, thanks to the loud noise. That right there, guys, was a one-hit kill. That is thanks to Marcus Campbell's powerhouse ability. That makes him pretty much an unstoppable survivor once he's leveled up and things are going well in the fighting and powerhouse department, and also the heavy weapons department. Heavy weapons combined with the powerhouse ability makes Marcus Campbell and other powerhouse survivors unstoppable. So that's something I'm going to teach you guys. I'm going to teach you all about weapon specialization. Hopefully in this episode, if we get the chance to level up. Plenty of walkers coming here. So let's kill these. Die, sir. Yeah. Once you are level 4 fighting, you get the ability to set your weapon specialization. For Marcus Campbell, we're going to do heavy weapons. Heavy weapons are things such as the hoe, the axe and the chopper, and things such as that. This fire can here always has a petrol bomb. Now the petrol bomb is used for the "You Always Were an A-Hole" Gorman achievement, aka the Blaze of Glory. That achievement is a throwback to the Alien franchise, and it's basically a suicide achievement. When you die, you equip this petrol bomb like so, and you press the right bumper to use your item, and in doing so, you will kill yourself but take out the horde with you. And of course you'll unlock the achievement as well. So down here we've got Maya Torres, who is one of the main survivors in the game, at the beginning I suppose, anyway. And usually we find a gun in the campsites. We didn't, so we're just going to run in and kill anyway, because we want to get the powerhouse levels up. So we're going to fight, and we're going to swing like there's no tomorrow, which there probably isn't in a zombie apocalypse. So level 2 leadership. Oh, come on, we can get a cheeky... No, we can't. I was going to say we could get a cheeky left bumper and Y attack in there. We can this time. So Maya apparently has a gun. Any more? That was the last of them.
Holy shit, are you okay?
You mean aside
So we've just rescued Maya Torres. You'll notice that Marcus's hit points are quite low.
Yeah.
If you do get downed in the prologue, guys, just mash the A button, and your hit points will automatically be filled again. Great times.
We got some survivors back at the ranger station that seem to know what's going on, but we didn't have time for orientation.
Well then, let's get the hell back there.
Love the idea, but we got kinda volunteered to check a couple other places for survivors first.
Just think of it as payback for the time that you volunteered us for the running of the bulls in Pamplona.
Okay then. You want to take point, or should I?
Right, guys. So we have our next main mission, which is to head back to the ranger station. You can also, if you press up on the D-pad and highlight another survivor, you can switch out to that survivor, but only if you are friends with them. As you can see, we are friends with Maya Torres, but we are not friends with Ed Jones, oddly enough. So we cannot switch out to Ed, but we can switch out to Maya. In the main game, you get a number of opportunities to make friends with people, and these can be things such as missions, taking people out to increase their morale, hunting feral zombies and juggernauts and other special infected, and generally anything. If you help out your neighbour camps, you gain friendship points. The more friends you are, the more friends you have, the more chance you have of actually surviving, because our survivors, your survivors, will become tired at some point. It's a very realistic zombie apocalypse simulation. You can't... Oh crap, where did you come from, bro? You can't have one survivor doing everything. You have to have multiple survivors doing multiple things. Now, a new update that I'm looking forward to trying out in Title Update 3 is the ability to take out NPCs with you, so you're not always going out alone. Very excited to try that out, and hopefully, guys, you see it here first. Now that we've leveled up Marcus's powerhouse ability quite a bit, we're getting quite a few one-hit kills in. Once we're level 4 fighting, which should be quite soon, actually, I will show you all about weapon specialization as well. We could head straight back to the ranger station, but as you can see, we've got 4 inventory slots free, and with Maya, we have 3 inventory slots free. So we're going to go ahead and hopefully get a few more zombie kills, and also we are going to go ahead and forage for some more items in the cabins up here. Now I'm wondering if they've actually fixed a glitch in the prologue. Occasionally, if you head to one of the cabins in the prologue, it will be filled with zombies, and as you cannot die, it's a very, very handy glitch. However, I didn't find it in my last attempt at a playthrough, and I probably won't find it in this one. But we're going to go ahead and forage these, search in these cabins anyway, just because we want the extra XP, because as you can see, guys, Marcus is very close to level 4 fighting, which means I can teach you about weapon specialization. And also, the more items you deposit at the beginning of the game when you get to the past the first part of the prologue, the more chance you have of, the more influence you gain. So I'm going to show you this if we can get downed. We cannot. I will get downed in this episode just to prove to you guys that you cannot die, so go ahead and be reckless. You going to come alive? No, you're dead. So we got our first cabin here. Here we are, let's try and get down. Here we go. So, this is what happens when you get downed. Keep pressing A, and you're back up. All is well.
I'm not alone in here.
So we're going to search this and see what we've got in here. A rusty machete. It's better than our crappy weapon that we have. There are 3 weapon types in this game, guys. You've got blunt weapons, things such as baseball bats. You have edged weapons, things such as the machete and the katana. And you have heavy weapons, things such as a giant axe and a sledgehammer. Beautiful things. So we've got some zombies behind us, and as Marcus is very close to a level, I'm just going to take a cheeky detour back and kill this bastard. Level 4 fighting, right. Once you're level 4 fighting, press up on the D-pad, right bumper, and then head down to weapon specialization. You've got blunt weapons, edged weapons, heavy weapons, pistols, revolvers, rifles, assault weapons, and shotguns. We want heavy weapons. As you can see, mighty blow chance. That increases the chance of knockdown and one-hit kills, as does powerhouse. So Marcus Campbell is going to be pretty beast once we get him a heavy weapon. Hold X to choose, and Marcus Campbell is now a heavy weapons expert. So we're just going to rush to this campsite now that we're level 4, because quite frankly, guys, we're good to go. There's nothing really left for us here now that we've got enough levels to leave. As long as we can fill our inventory, all is well. Now, revolvers are great. I'm not a big fan of shooting in this game, to be honest. I find it a little bit unnecessary. Ah, so right, guys, if you press Y, come with me and watch my back. My Torres can't accompany right you now. Insufficient influence. So, that's apparently how you bring survivors out with you. You press Y to speak to them, come with me and watch my back, and you spend influence to bring them out. That's a nice thing. I'm looking forward to using this when we get to the main game in a little while. Little while. We're very nearly there, guys, don't worry. So I'm just going to quickly head back to the ranger station, and we're going to get on with this game now. We're done with the prologue. Definitely done with the prologue. So we're just going to head back to the ranger station, see what's gone down in this bastard, and then we're well on our way into the main game. There's not really much left here, guys, in the old ranger station area, so let's go in. We get a cheeky little cutscene.
What the hell?
I thought you said you had survivors holed up in here.
They were fine just a minute ago.
Well, obviously not anymore.
Guys, come on. We gotta at least check the place. Somebody might have survived.
Yeah, nobody's survived it. So as you can see, Thomas Ritter, Lily's father, who you are going to meet in a little while, guys, is sadly dead. And there's a nice personal storyline between Lily, her brother Jacob, and Thomas Ritter in dialogue sequences, so something for you guys to look forward to. I love the old family atmosphere in a zombie game.
To check his ID, for Christ's sake.
So Ed's just casually trying to steal his wallet. So what happens if we leave Thomas to eat Ed? Well, let's take a look, shall we, guys? Well, Maya does the deed. So that's it, guys. Thomas Ritter's dead, and Ed's been mauled brutally.
God, that guy, he was dead. How the hell does that happen?
I don't know, man. Doesn't make sense.
We can't stay here. Come on, let's grab what we can and get moving.
Sounds good. So what have we got here? Just some more ammunition. I'm actually going to leave the ammunition, to be honest, because we have an industrial station just across the way, which is our destination right now. Again, you still cannot die in this specific part of the prologue, guys, so go ahead and get as much extra XP as you want, as your little heart's desire. Which is what I'm doing right now. Here is this little industrial warehouse, so you've got the option to leave Mount Tanner.
I guess we just head to town and try to find somebody.
This is our last destination before we steal the truck and get well on our way. There's usually a machete or a weapon or something in here, so... Nope, just ammo this time. Let's see what else we got nice. Junk. Anything good, please? A Molotov, another petrol bomb. Let's just take that. Extra influence to deposit. Medicine cabinet. Pills, please? Yeah, nicely done.
Dad? Dad, are you
So
there?
that's our first introduction to Lily Ritter. We're going to take this truck.
Hello?
And we're going to leave Mount Tanner, guys.
Who is this?
Leave it all
Listen,
behind.
We're stuck up here on Mount Tanner. My friend needs medical attention. Can you help us?
Can you make it down to Spencer's Mill?
Can indeed,
Some of us
Lily.
are holed up at the church. If your friend doesn't look too dicey, we'll let you in.
Right, guys, one last tip for the prologue that I will
We're on
teach
our
you.
way. We'll,
If you take this truck
try not to look too
and you
dicey.
drive it off the edge, it will potentially flip. If it flips, it hasn't flipped.
Listen, asshole. All right,
But in your games, guys, if it does flip, if you are lucky enough to make the car flip, it will attract a lot of zombies when it blows up. Great way to get some last minute XP for your survivors. Particularly Marcus, who should be your #1 survivor at this point. So here we go, guys. The main game starts in just a moment. One hit kill thanks to our powerhouse ability. Glorious stuff. Get a few more in. Swing. Hells yeah. Right, so another fun trivia fact, guys. You are actually unable to leave the prologue area before Thomas Ritter dies. Go ahead and try it out for yourselves. This area here, it doesn't exist. There's a little gap in between, voiding you the ability to climb up. So it's impossible to leave the prologue area before Thomas Ritter dies. Go ahead and try it if you want to see for yourselves, but it's a pretty cool fact. So we've left the prologue. You can now die, guys. You can now die, so be careful. This is where the main game starts. You don't want to take any chances at
We're
all.
headed your way. You said you were holed up in a church? What the
So we've got a
hell's
car
happening
here
around here?
and a few zombies in the
Haven't heard?
distance. We'll take this car for now, but we will abandon
Guess you could
it
say we've been out.
in a little while for a police cruiser. So let's get our people in the car.
It started,
Get
what,
in, Maya.
12, 13
There we
days
go.
ago? At first it
Right,
was
let's
just
go.
weird stories on the news. Random
Hey.
mauling, violent incidents
If
at
you press
hospitals,
X, guys, and hold
helicopters
X,
in the
you will
sky.
do the
Strange stuff.
door
I
attack,
guess they
which
were
is
trying
obviously a
keep it
throwback
quiet.
to
That
Zombieland.
didn't last
Enjoy the
long.
little things.
People figured it out pretty quick. People who die,
Also,
they don't stay dead.
this warehouse
Come back
here
as one of those
should be
things.
your first stop if you are a heavy weapons expert.
Seems like
In
the
here
only
you
way to
usually
go.
find a heavy weapon if you're lucky. So we're going to try our best to find one. If you press B and the left bumper, you can do a dodge roll out the way, which is very necessary if you want to survive in the main game. So these boxes here usually contain construction supplies. Construction supplies usually contain axes and choppers and other heavy weapons. So let's go ahead and search here and hopefully we can get a heavy weapon. Yes we can, an axe straight away. My favourite weapon straight away, so we're going to equip that, which as you can see is a heavy weapon. So let's test this out. If I'm allowed.
What did you want to say?
Seems like the only way to...
Better deal.
Yeah, that was brutally brilliant. So we're going to go ahead and search and see what else we've got lying around in here. A hoe, which is another heavy weapon. Let's take that for some extra influence. Heavy weapons are brutal, guys.
Seems like the only way to stop them for good is with a shot to the head. Anything else?
Better
Just a
deal with
diary
this
page. Right, so heavy weapons, once you've got one equipped and you've set heavy weapons as your specialization, will level up just like any other skill, just like fighting and just like powerhouse. Take advantage of it, guys. As you can see, Marcus in my game already is a beast. He's going to become our main survivor by default.
So, anyways.
So we're going to take this car because it's got it's much faster, to be honest. And then we shall eventually abandon this car for the police cruiser. Let's get a little things.
I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of messed up...
Oh, we got a zombie on the door.
Maybe it's radiation from outer space. Or black magic. Or the wrath of almighty frickin' God.
There she goes.
Your guess is as good as mine.
So, wait a minute. What's the government response to all this? Haven't they sent in the National Guard or something?
The government? You don't get it. It's been total chaos. At first, they told us just to stay home, lock our doors, and wait for the all clear. Then the power died. No one ever sounded the all clear. So, how'd you end up on this frequency?
Just lucky, I guess. It was pretty chaotic up at the lake.
Here we go, guys. Here's the police cruiser.
I don't know
That's
yet.
what we want.
You want to confess that we killed her
Get in, Ed.
and stole his
In the
radio
police cruiser, you can
before
press
they
A
put you up?
to sound your horns, which attracts a hell of a lot of zombies. You can press the left analog stick in to beep your horn. Again, this attracts zombies, but not to the extent of the sirens. So here we have the church, which is our main survivor hub. Well, to begin with, we are going to move home fairly quickly in this story.
Lily, did you invite these strangers?
Good. You made it.
That
Hey,
one doesn't
guys.
look so good.
Name's Ed. Pleased to meet you.
Come with me, son. We'll see to those.
God damn it! We got enough trouble without bringing in another freeloader to use up all our medicine.
Nice
Real
guy.
nice, Alan. I offered them shelter. I'm letting them in. Us freeloaders have to stick together.
Girl's got the common sense God gave a tree stump. You're worse than your brother.
Come on,
No,
I'll give
that's
you the nickel
mean.
tour.
Right, so we've just arrived to the main survivor hub at the beginning of the game, the church. Now we've got to follow Lily in order to complete the second half of the prologue, and the main game begins properly. So first things first, you want to enter, and here's our supply locker. Press Y to access that, and you will see here, guys, we've got influence. We've only got 25 influence until we start depositing things. This gives us 50, this gives us 30, 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 10. So now, as you can see, if my game lets me, we now have 144 influence. Influence can be spent on anything, from apparently now bringing out your NPC survivors to come out
Next
with
up's
you.
the kitchen. Sam's our
It can be
unofficial
used to
in-house chef,
upgrade
but-
your
well, there's
buildings,
only so much anybody can do with canned soup. and
build
pork
new
rinds.
buildings as well, upgrade your
Seriously,
camp,
though, rule number 1,
and a hell of a lot of
stays
other
in here
things,
and
guys.
stays sealed. You wouldn't believe how fast rats get into things otherwise. We learned that one the hard way.
Chew on this, motherfucker!
If you hold the right trigger and press X, you can do a
Sleeping
taunt,
quarters?
which is
Hope
funny
you
and
don't mind
comical
sharing.
in various
We're pretty tight on
inappropriate
space here.
situations, such as
Alan's
this.
been saying we should move to someplace bigger, but my dad's a carpenter, and he says we could build like a dorm room or something to get more space.
How many people do you have here?
I think you've met just about everybody, except maybe my brother and my dad. They're out scouting for supplies, I think. I haven't heard from them in a while.
Rest easy, son. How do you feel?
Somebody took a weed whacker.
So, Pastor William is tending to Ed Jones. We've still got to follow Lily.
More concerned about this fever.
And this is the last little bit of segment before the main game starts. And then I will end this prologue episode. If you watch my last prologue episode, you could have easily skipped this one and continued. But if you have watched it, guys, then I very much appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry that I'm repeating this, but as you guys know, my game glitched and bugged way too much for my liking. So this, hopefully, Title Update 3 will not have any bugs or glitches like last
Fever's
time.
a bad sign, especially after a bite. Pastor Will's going to try and get Doc
So far,
Hanson
so
to come
good,
down
though.
and take a look at him, but If he doesn't get some antibiotics, he's probably not going to make it.
Off with your head, Lily.
For that, I promise Alan will take care of him. Bullet to the brain before he turns. It's for the best.
Boom.
Jesus, Lily, he's not a rabid dog.
Don't you get it? More of us didn't make it than did. We can't be soft-hearted about this. Not anymore. We need
I
medicine
wonder if we
here
can take
anyway.
Lily, Alan, and
You
Pastor
can't
Will
lose
out with
it.
us, or whether it's just friends.
Understand? No one can.
I guess we'll see.
So that's it, huh? Nice to meet you. Would you prefer to be shot in the face or kicked out on your asses?
Look, we're barely hanging on here as it is. Medicine was some of the first stuff to run out. We don't have any to spare for your friend. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
Well, that's
What if I
inappropriate.
find some more? Will that help pay our rent?
Yeah, okay, sure. If you can find a place to get more medicine, I'll make sure your friend has a place to stay.
His name is Ed.
I know. If you need to resupply before you head out, check the locker.
Where have you got, nice love? Let's take out a coffee. Just a coffee. Fair enough. Right, guys, that's
Here.
it.
Wait, what?
There's a cell tower behind the swine and bovine. From up there, you should be able to get a good look at the town. Maybe you'll spot some place to find medicine.
I owe you one.
Just hurry, okay? I'm not sure how long I can rein Alan in.
Right, my friends, that is it for the prologue, and thank you if you have watched this all the way through, even if you've watched my last prologue video. This is going to be a complete walkthrough, Title Update 3 from start to finish, and I'm very excited. As I said, it's been a number of weeks, it's been a number of weeks since I tried to record a walkthrough, but it's been about a week since I played State of Decay, so I'm looking forward to playing it through from start to finish, hopefully in one sitting. So my friends, I shall see you in the next one, and I have still got a lot of things to teach you guys if you're new. Even if you're not new, I'm going to teach you how I survive in this game. I very, very rarely die in this game, so hopefully you guys pick up a few tips, a few tricks, and techniques that you can take back to your own game. I'm going to teach you all about building, setting up outposts, setting traps, taking out NPCs now as well, thanks to Title Update 3. I'm going to teach you about the different weapon specializations, foraging for supplies, getting more materials, using the radio, building your camp, and so much more, my friends. I cannot wait. So, that's it for this one, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the next one, episode 2. Goodbye, my friends. Wayne here for the Let's Play Cat Gaming channel, saying, see you later.